Hello and welcome back to the channel. This week we should have some pretty exciting things going on and a lot of projects, and Trevor's actually already started on one of the projects outside, so let's go see what he's up to.
So what we're working on today is getting a little platform built for our 200-pound propane tanks that you see behind me. We're also working on getting this junction box sealed up and ready to go, and then we're going to be putting in a tiny little roof covering so that the valves and regulators for the propane tanks aren't covered in snow and water and rust out over time.
See, that's how I was.
Pretty
So you did move it.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering, I was like, it looks more slanted.
Yeah, I had to move it over like a foot. So originally I was going to have it over here so the walls can close all of this.
Oh.
But since we're not doing that, oh, we could do that.
Yeah.
And then this will fit inside?
Yep.
Okay. Incredible. Split. Nice.
Okay. That's good. So,
That's open.
and then this one's gonna sit against the wall, so you probably want to. grab that in the level. Okay. Okay. Budget. Not that. So I have like 3 inches of room.
So now that that little propane cover is up and it's all good to go, we're going to leave that exactly how it is. We're not putting the propane tanks under it quite yet because we are waiting on some stuff in the mail before we can start connecting everything to the propane lines inside. So we are going to get started on setting up the shelter logic that we bought for all of our wood that we have split and stacked. And it's the back, so it's up there. Tyler's right, these instructions suck.
Who was right?
Victoria.
Oh.
She said, she's like, they're a pain in the ass to put up, and I was like, yeah, at least we got the smaller one. And she was like, oh, but the instructions. We did though, didn't we do a test run? Am I crazy?
I mean, I got it in there before. guess we'll get the ratchet set up and then we can like pull this little bitch like here. Might be doing this the wrong way.
Oh, the ratchet?
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do.
Yeah, I have not seen a ratchet this bad. Even my dad's super old ones are not this bad.
Well, we have the shelter logic up and it's not the prettiest. We are on severely uneven ground back here, but it's going to do its job, and that's just to keep our wood dry during winter. So we're gonna call it good and just let it be what it is. We did our best to level it with rocks and wood and what have you. So we'll probably end up getting some block to actually lift up the legs and even it a little bit better. That way it's not so precarious on our stacked wood. But overall, we're happy with it. Like I said, it's gonna just serve a purpose, and that's all we need it for, at least just for one winter. And then we can get this out of here and build something more permanent. It also does block 2 of our big windows in the house, but again, is what it is. It's just how things kind of go out here. It's not going to be 100% exactly how you want it all of the time, and we're just thankful that we were able to get something up to protect the wood. We are expecting some rain again in the forecast, another 4 days of rain, so we're happy with it and it's done. So now that we have that cover for the propane tanks and the shelter logic up, we ran to town and got all of our stuff from our P.O. box, so I can now start setting up our water pump. So that's the first thing we're going to be doing. The water tank outside has vinegar and water in it, and it's going to sit for a while just to clean out that tank before we bring it in and start using it. So while that's doing its thing, I'm going to set this up, and then we're also going to set up all of the rest of the propane so we can actually get it run into the house. So this is our water pump that we got, and on the front, I don't know if it'll pick up on camera, but there's two little arrows, so it lets us know this is the inlet and this is the outlet. So we're going to start hooking up the parts we have for it.
That.
Yeah. So we have started the plumbing, and we don't have building codes out here. So we were like, you know what, we're just gonna do it the way we want to do it and see if we can get by doing the cheaper option. And that did not work. So we're going to do it the recommended way. We got all of the supplies we need. We are going to be doing PEX this time instead of polypipe, and it's supposed to be significantly better and leak a whole lot less. So we are going to get that done today, and hopefully by the end of the day have running water. This will be the third consecutive day that we have been working on our plumbing. So if that tells you anything about how the polypipe works, it's not well, at least not for this type of situation. So we are going to get started on undoing all of the polypipe and getting in the PEX.
This one's screwed into copper?
Yeah.
Okay, so that one does get tight. No, we didn't. Oh, we shouldn't. We didn't do that one.
Yeah,
We did?
So now that we've gotten the water set up and good to go, we need to test the propane. So we had already made all those changes to our stove oven last week with you guys, but there's a few things that we need to test once the propane is set up. Mainly the size of flame in both the oven and on the stove top. Those will more than likely need to be adjusted. So we're gonna get the propane set up, test that, and then we can also test out our water heater. Okay, that means we did it. We have hot water, we have running water, and we also have an operating stove, which is just incredible. We are so, so excited. Having hot water is huge, especially it being on demand, because we don't have that in the RV. We have to turn on the water heater and let it heat up before we can use it. And that also means that we're gonna be able to have a shower inside, which is gonna be a project coming up soon, just not entirely sure when. We really need to focus on the heater in the house next, because it has gotten a little chilly the past few days with all of the rain and the wind. So that is it for this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this week's video. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you later. P.S. to note, we have not fixed the range yet from converting it over from natural gas to propane. The stovetop itself is fine. We just have to still do the oven. We haven't done that yet. We don't particularly have time for it right this moment, but we are going to get it done, of course, before we use the oven itself. But range top, totally fine.